off and he's going forward. So I called this Titans of the Arena, and it really is. The looks goes down with a single shot. This guy is like got a massive baseball bat with nails in, running around like a nutter, whacking people in the face. Hello ladies and gents, my name is Havoc and welcome to this teamwork edition of Anatomy of Great Games. Or should I call it a Gamescast? Of Havoc's Gamecast. So, what have we got here for you today? We've got a fantastic game with two T71 players. Now this is the first video I've recorded in my new office, and I've been working really hard getting the decorating done, so that's really cool. It's quite nice sat here in my own little space. There's no washing machine in the background. There's no sounds of baby Havoc playing on a piano or whacking a hammer against the wall or something. So it's all pretty chilled and quiet. So we've got these T71s, so just pay attention to what's going on as I start this video. Now the T71 is a tank I love. It was kind of overshadowed by the Bulldog a bit, but to be honest, I think the T71 is actually a better tank for puppy games. It's smaller target, it's really fast and manoeuvrable, and it's also got a much quicker reload. You know, it's just for me a better all-round light tank. You know, for the skirmish sort of war player that you get in these sort of games. So straight away we can see two M41 Bulldogs pushing down the left-hand flank really aggressively. They're accompanied by an MT25, a T34-1, and in defence they've got a line of AMX-12T, an IS-3, a Panzer 58 Mutz and a CDC, and already this early in the game the Cromwell has been taken out by the AMX-1343. Now, this is an amazing game for the teamwork and the strategy. I loved watching this strategy in this game. And straight away, look at the lineups of these tanks. We've got the T71s instantly pulling back to cover to shoot whilst hidden. And that's exactly what they should have done. Now, I just want to pause it there. Just let's take a little look. Look at what's going on. This rarely happens in a game of World of Tanks. So, there's absolutely a massive firing line here, just like it would be in a real battle. You know, you would have arcs of fire. Everyone on these teams is pulled right up through here. Okay, and this team, this player here is out of position. He's a heavy tank. He should have got himself either over here quick or over this side quick. He shouldn't have been caught in the open, and the chances are he's going to be dead pretty soon. The T71s have gone just to the right location then, pulled nicely back. They can spot these tanks for these guys, and they can put some damage down. Unfortunately, the IS-3, a top tier heavy, should have really gone to the city in this map, and he's found himself alone with an SU-152, and he's about to be swamped, so never guess what's going to happen there. The friendly team didn't really, to be fair, yeah, they were all kind of heading in the right direction, most of them. So, but what I really like about the friendly team, as you'll see, is they form a beautiful arc of fire here to take this on. And what you've got is you've got almost like a real battle situation where you would have two lines of fire going at each other. It's brilliant. So let's go back to that game. So the T71, I used to play it when I was in Bad Clan. You know, I loved it over at Bad. Great bunch of guys. If you don't know about them, check them out. I'm Frosty Penguin and Fluffy. Now I had my best games in Bad with a young lad called Corner. He was only a young lad at the time, probably about 15. He must be 17 or 18 now. And he was quite possibly the best pound for pound World of Tanks player I've ever come across. He was just phenomenal. It come effortlessly to him. And me and him used to go out in the T71s and literally tear things to pieces. And I needed some credits back in the day, and I sold my T71 and got rid of the crew. And as a result, you know, I've not rebought it because I'd have to regrind a crew. But now watching this has revived my love for the tank. And I have got some crew that I've can allocate from the missions, so I think I'm going to rebuy the T71 and put a good crew in there. You know, certainly a crew with a 6th sense, and redo it, because I'm suddenly reminded what's so great about this tank, and I miss that. So we just saw some beautiful sniping going across the map. You can see there's like a left and a right thing going on right now. The T71s are poking nicely. The light tanks are pretty much doing what they should do. The 12T's up in the centre there. And there's an offensive coming forward. It's a Cromwell, it's a Bulldog, it's a Skoda, literally leeching straight across. And look how these guys take this lot on. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. The T72 there with the KV2 didn't even really have to come over and help them out there. They just, you know, the two autoloaders there with the support of the AMX and the artillery took that on. And yes, you know, the artillery was lost, but that whole offensive is now kaput. There's one IS-3 that's in the middle of nowhere. He's going to be dead. He's completely out of position. Here he goes. Look, one. The second one. Now watch what happens here. You see how he goes to pull back and then he fires. Ready? He's got one shot left. He makes it count. Pay attention there, guys, because what I always say to our new guys is the safest time to shoot an enemy is once he's reloading. Your natural instinct is like to pull back. You get shot, your natural instinct is just to pull back into cover. But he went to pull back and then he was like, ah. He pulled forward and he made the shot count. And that makes all the difference. So far he's like 2,156 damage, 6,000 W8 that we know about. And look at the teams. Now the team's splitting up and they're isolating themselves. And as a result, the AT-15's killed by the enemy T-34 up north. Now there's an IS and a Tiger 2 up north. They're on their own against at least 4 tanks. And we've got 2 heavies defending whilst the 3 lights are going off to the left-hand flank. And just teamwork with these... You know, some of the best games I've ever had has been in a platoon, you know, where you get a synergy with a guy, where you get, or a lady, you know, when you play tanks with and you work as a team and you know what each other's going to do. They're the most fun games for me. And watching this T71 match with these 2 players certainly remind me of the days of me and Cornet. And you just watch how they take this team to pieces, because it's actually phenomenal. When I saw this, it was like, oh, breath of fresh air, you know. So the team's going forward. The AMX-12T is kind of hooked on to these T71's, but you know, he's not. I don't think he's as a developed player with these guys, because I'll tell you why in a minute. But he makes a little bit of errors. Now, when people in light tank, you know, they're always thinking, yeah, push forward, circle round at real close range. But that's not always the way you have to do it with a light tank, you know. A light tank's a skirmisher tank, you know. You can stay at range. You can dictate the terms of battle with your speed. So it suits you to keep at a distance. You know, you can outview things, you know. It's not just about getting in and getting up close. And as you can see, like the AMX-12T is pushing across the open where the T71 is staying to the buildings. You know, he's giving himself options to get out, whereas, you know, the AMX-12T, if he's not careful, can find himself isolated in the position he's going to come up in. Now the enemy is all bunched up, and this is a lovely little sniping location with some proper spotted solid bush here. He gets really unlucky with this Tiger because there's so many bounces at range, and it's probably because he's using APCR ammo, which of course loses its penetration value over a longer distance. But that is standard ammo for this tank, so it's not as if he's firing premium. Now we can see here, what can we see? Let's just pause it here a second. It's 10-11. The friendly team was, after the initial engagement down south, for the better. But now they're for the worse. They've lost tanks. The T-34 is almost certainly going to die because he's against 3 heavies that can outshoot him, and a medium that can outpace him, and a tank destroyer that can outview him. So the T-34 is going to be a foregone conclusion. So he's going to die. We don't know about the 12T yet. He's still on 357 hit points. But watch what this T71 does. Like, this guy here is in a good position. Watch the other one. So they know this. They know this. So they're already pulling back. And what they do next is fantastic, because they've got it sussed out. And they know. The first thing they did absolutely correct is they went to 2 different locations. Many people in platoons make the mistake of going together. Then you're shooting at the tanks from the same vector. You're both poking from the same rock, enabling the enemy just to look at you and take you out. The 12T is really in bad shape now. It's not a great situation there. Almost every single one of them enemy tanks is going to shoot at him if he comes out from behind the rock. And down he goes. Now the way the 2 T71's are set up is quite simple. They have to charge these guys down to spot them. They have to get within spotting range. And if they go to one of them, the other one can flank them. And if they go to the other one, this guy can flank them. And the same with cover with the buildings. If they've got cover from one of them, the other one can shoot them. We'll watch this Hellcat. For him to be covered by one at T71, he has to expose himself to the other. And this is beautiful, because at the moment, it's 5 versus 2. The T-34 really needs to push forward and get into a better cover, but unfortunately he just can't. There is no cover There is no rocks there that allow him cover from both of these two T71's. The other T71's took a big hit because he got spotted here, but look, the Tiger's looking at him. This one's unspotted. Just waiting for the reload. He's going to see if he can get a different angle. Still not spotted. And now the Tiger has got cover from this guy. You wait for the other guy to reload. There he goes. It's called, I call this seesawing. Anyone who's platooned with me in light tanks, I call it seesawing. I do it up close and I do it at distance. I like doing it up close around rocks where you peek around rocks, but you can do it at distance like this. And these guys are forced. They're like, what can they do? They can't even see these guys. They can't even see him. They saw him now because he was the T34. I should imagine spotted him as he hasn't got solid bush. A few sneaky shots in, getting ready for the reload. But look at the Hellcat. The Hellcat is taking cover from the T71 on the right hand side, but this guy's got a shot. His teammates takes out the T34 with fire. It's beautiful. It's like bada bing, bada bong. You know, and you guys watching this, I hope this inspires you to give, get in a platoon and give this sort of play a go. It's been a gamecast because it's been like an amusing thing, but this could have been an anatomy of great games, to be honest. It's just a fantastic, fantastic game. I just really enjoyed this. I mean, look at that. So we just saw a top-class performance, and wow, was just a joy to watch, really, guys. Just a joy to watch. So it's time to let you guys know who these people were, because they deserve a big round of applause. One's called Ramandra, and one is called Shoshinsha ni Shiki. You two guys deserve a round of applause for absolutely epic individual play and absolutely outstanding team play, and it's just great. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's see how they did, boys and girls. Brothers in Arms, Radley Waters, Top Gun, lovely. We like to see them ones, don't we? Team games, team scores, 4,920 damage from the one with 8 kills. 1,983 base XP. Just wow, just wow. Ramandra gets 3,133 damage for 3 kills and 1,241 base XP. Interesting to note that their damage combined completely outdoes all the rest of their team put together. Unfortunate on their team was Brobeck in the Cromwell, got one-shotted by the artillery right at the beginning of the game. And considering that 12T was running around here, there, everywhere, I'm very surprised that he never actually got a shot off, never actually got any damage, but surely he got some spotting damage, did he? Only 161. Very, very, very strange, but anyway. Worthy of mention on the enemy team, the Tiger tank, Birder 64, 2,334 damage. Good on you, mate. Well played. On the whole, that was a great game to see, and what a wonderful show of teamwork by them two guys. That's it for this video. Thank you for tuning in, boys and girls. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. It really does help my channel out. And sorry about not having much videos this last month. Again, had a bit of a family crisis, but back now in my new office and raring to go. So don't go away, because I've got loads of videos on my channel, and some of them are just coming up now, so you can click on and watch another one. And that's it. Don't forget to tell your friends about me. My name's Havoc, and I make World of Tanks videos, amongst other things. Right, see you later, guys. Play safe and have a good day.